practically, what do you do to protect your marriage? You know the enemy wants it. You know the fallout if he were to take your marriage down. What are you doing today? What are you doing now? And what have you done throughout the years that you found very helpful just as protection to your marriage?
I think that what Sam was talking about was the issue of priorities. And I remember being with the pastor who said, as we were talking with he and his wife, counseling with them, and she said, I hate my husband's books because he loves his books more than he loves me. And whatever the priority issue is. And so one thing that we've tried to do is to maintain some priorities as far as having a time each week where I give her Monday, and that's a time where we go out and have lunch. And even though we're in the middle of a meeting at a church, I just tell the pastor, I said, this is my wife's day, and I've given her this day, and making that a priority so that she knows that there is always something she can look forward to at that time is set aside, and that we're going to do that. And I think just the priorities even of a daily schedule. I was talking with the men a few moments ago, and you know, we made a commitment when we got married that we would pray together each day. And every Christian wife wants a Christian husband who will pray with her and for her. And that says so much to her. Sometimes it's at night and she's falling asleep and she hardly remembers anything. It's not the issue of what the prayer involves as much as it is that it's a priority in our life, and we're going to take time to do that. And then even just a few years ago, we both would get up and have our time with the Lord in the morning, and we started about 3 or 4 years ago. It was kind of an interruption, actually, to my time with the Lord. But I said, Lord, I know it's more important for me to have time with her. And so we started just reading through a book. We'll read through just a page of a Christian book, and it's interrupting, my time with the Lord. And yet at the same time, the value of that has done so much for her to say, Steve cares about me enough. And we talk just for 5 minutes maybe, just to read a page and talk about that for a few minutes and then pray together. And that has brought some great security in guarding our marriage.
Steve, I haven't talked to you in a long time, so I hope this is still true. You had a goal at one time to tell your wife that you love her. How many times during your lifetime?
About 6 months after we got married, I sat down and figured out how many times it would take me every day to tell her I loved her the same amount each day. So on our 50th wedding anniversary, I could have said it for the millionth time. And it came out mathematically to be like 55 times each day. So every day for the last 29 years, I've told Debbie I love her 55 times. It's usually as we're dropping off to sleep, I say, honey, I love you 55 times. But even as silly as that sounds, there have been times where she has woken up and said, Steve, did you tell me you love me 55 times? It's just a point of security. It's a term of endearment, something that is meaningful. And I'm looking forward to my 50th, like you've already passed.